through your city like my name was Peter Parker. And you know how I do, yeah, you know we're wild and party. Menage a Drizzle with Night Shizzle, Selena Kyle, Felicia Hardy, huh? That's the pussy I like, yeah, it puts me in the zone. Imagine living my life adamantium bones. And you best back off me, bub, or I'm popping them things. So they stay up on the grizzy, stacking Bruce Wayne change. I mean Bruce Wayne money, stacking Bruce Wayne money. Bruce Wayne money, stacking Bruce Wayne money. And you know we custom fitted, looking Tony Stark fresh. Got a mean red head, double D's on a chest.
Face it, Tiger, yeah, you just hit the jackpot.
Riding real clean, keep $1 million in the stash box. Mashing with this hustle, cause nothing's off the juggernaut. Known to murder beats, you can call me Cletus Cassidy. Wait, how about Kazar, cause I live amongst the savagery. Thanks for tuning in, it's about that time. Johnny V, Scholar, and your dude, Tom Devine. How to show up on the internet, I'm just being honest, man. Hit him with the catchphrase, yeah, we keep it calm.
Oh, look how close that is. Cool. Alright, ready?
Yep, do it.
Hey guys, it's a comic book. Look, we're rocking with you. It's your boy, John on Demand, aka The Reverse Flash, aka Barely Ellen. That's a fat joke. Alright, you guys, what up? We got our co-host, Tom Devine Extraordinaire. He's gonna be the only nerd Highlander. There can only be one. Don't pose as us. Boom. Often imitated, never duplicated. Boom. We got K.E.N. is in the cut, Fourth Element. And you guys, we're trying out we're calling it a new angle. So we're working on the juxtaposition. I just like using that word. I don't know.
Because we juxtapose,
we just wanted to move it from the couch a little bit, get some stand up, and we're just going to keep it totally random.
We're just going to keep it Christmas.
Keep it Christmas, nerd tree. So, loving it. So anyways, I'm actually going to not be in the middle and let Ken steal the show.
Why am I in the middle?
Because this is the Ken episode.
This is the Ken episode.
It might be a short episode then.
Well, I got questions for you, Ken. I'm going to be hosting this episode, and I'm going to be shooting question towards Ken all episode long. All right,
let's do this.
So let's start it off, all right? This is Nerd Questions 101 with your main man, the Fourth Element. So, first, if you had to wear one character on your shirt for the rest of your life, through every event, every nice date with John, every time that you had to, the character had to be present, which character do you choose? Follow-up John has to answer to after Ken.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Ooh, it's tough.
Because I automatically want to fall back to my go-to, but it's, I think, a lot of people's go-to, and that's Superman, the iconic Superman logo. And you can have variety in that. You can have the red and blue, you can have the black and silver, you know.
Of course.
You could have a couple different styles. But
not going to do it?
I think I'm going to go with an even more classic one, Batman.
Yeah, that's a good one. And at this point, Batman, you can wear a Batman shirt to like a Catholic mass and people be like, well, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Okay, so Batman, easy out, if you ask me. But, just kidding. John, what was that? What would you put? One character on your shirt.
Well, as much as Ken loves Norman Osborn from Dark Avengers, I'm going to have to be selfless. I'm going to have to play the selfless card, you guys. And cater to what Ken likes.
Well, look at that. What a nice guy.
Very, very responsible. So domesticated.
Very much
so I would probably have to take one for the team and rock a Weeping Angel shirt for the rest of my life from Doctor Who. Because I'm a good guy.
That is awesome. And totally out of left field. I never saw that one coming.
I didn't even consider that.
What a good dude.
Aww.
You know, hey, Doctor Who look coming out soon. And anywho, okay, guys, hey, that was a good question. Thanks for sticking with us, folks. Oh yeah, I'm the host. I guess I could answer too. I'll choose.
See, it's a hard question.
Rusk Griswold from Vacation. And so now we'll move on here. Next question in Nerd Interview 101 with the main man, the Fourth Element, is... So you're walking down the street one day, and you go to stop at your favorite coffee shop. When you get inside, you look over the counter, and who would you want it to be? your favorite comic book character serving you your favorite coffee or drink.
Are they the actual character themselves, or is it like a person who played the character is the person on the other side?
The actual character. Like, if you're like, God, I love Affleck's Batman. It is Affleck playing Batman, but
it's
he's Batman.
It's not Ben Affleck. Okay.
Yeah, you can't be like, man, I love the town.
Okay. Well,
and John,
you got an answer too.
I'm
going to have to go big. You know, if somebody chance to meet a giant in the field, I'm going to say Galactus. Galactus giving me my latte.
What is this, reverse hour? Ken's picking Galactus. John's picking Weeping Angels. What the heck? John, get the hell in screen here.
Well, I figured that would be my only opportunity to meet Galactus and not get eaten. So.
That's
also
actually
true.
Could be the perfect answer. Wow, you are a good nerd. All right. Geek question for you, John. Who is it?
And this is
Who's serving that caribou?
that caribou. Well, you guys aren't gonna like this at all. So, I'm sorry, Ken. Plug your ears. You guys, just for the record, so Tom and I just shot this other, episode 150 where it was just me and Tom, and it was so much easier being single and wild and free to talk so much shit about male stuff. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And now that my SO is on the show with me, every time I say something, they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Even though I'm really not, and it's just, me being a dumbass. But it sucks. But tonight I don't give a fuck, so I'm going to do it anyways. So my answer to this, and Ken's going to hate this, is either going to be Doctor Strange wearing only his cape, or Captain America wearing only his shield.
He just stirs your coffee with his dick.
Okay, I can't really have an issue with either one of those answers. I just have a feeling the Board of Health might have a problem with both
And Ken's
of those.
just hoping he's there with you. And, all right, you know what? God damn, that was good. Those are some good answers, man. You guys are knocking it out of the park. I didn't think you could top Ken's.
Yeah.
You did.
You had to throw the nudity in there.
Whatever,
exactly.
whatever. It's a
That's
comic
right.
book look. Yeah.
That's right. All right, nerd question number 3 coming right at you. So, I'm just thinking these on the fly. I'm going to be straight up honest with you guys.
What, these aren't pre-prepared?
Yeah, well, they are. Let me check on my notebook.
Where's the prompter at?
So here we go. You're flipping through the channels on Saturday night, and you get to NBC. It's 10:30, and you turn on Saturday Night Live, and you're like, this hasn't been that funny in so long. But then the host comes out, and it's what any actor or any person throughout history even.
Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, but he does the entire show as Deadpool.
That's
every
dope.
sketch.
And actually, that'd be a fucking great episode.
I'd have to say Rob Liefeld doing sketches of feet.
Okay, fourth question. We don't need to stay on that any longer. It was just perfectly answered again. All right, fourth question coming right at you guys. Now, you find yourself in the death's bed, and you have Talia al Ghul is there, and you have the chance for her to take you to the Lazarus pit. But when you come out, you may not be the same person. But you will still live. Do you take the chance of becoming evil and staying alive? Or do you just have to die and hope that those Christians were right and there's some heaven out there?
You assume becoming evil.
So maybe Ken becomes more evil then.
I would do it, totally.
Totally, yeah. Stay alive.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'll answer real quick. I also get into that pit.
Do I get to learn any cool ninja skills?
Fuck
and
yeah,
stuff?
you do. I mean, you're like immediately entered into the League Assassins. So.
Yes.
Did I mention that?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, nerd question number 5 coming right at you. If you had to drop all comics for the rest of your life, but only read that one title,
Oh, jeez.
what is it going to be? And this is a title where if you choose the title and it stops, you can no longer
Oh, jeez.
read comics. You can read the back issues,
Yeah.
but you can no longer go. So Choose wisely, my friends.
have mine.
Choose for reboots. Think of things that you can keep reading. This may have to be a Detective Comics kind of scenario. Or an Action Comics kind of scenario. But we'll find out when we get there. Anyway, and Fourth Element.
I think I'm going to have to take your advice on that. I think I'm going to go with Action Comics on that.
That's
You still get a lot of the good characters,
Yeah,
kind of
no.
like you would with Detective Comics too.
exactly. Oh, and
Where were you?
and it's a longer book. And the best thing, even if it stops, it's on issue 700 or something.
Yeah, I've got
so
some
you
reading
literally
to do.
have a lot of shit to read.
Well, unfortunately, Ken likes Superman, and I don't know why. I really don't. So, my answer was going to be Detective Comics. I was raving about that series in a video we shot earlier today with Sergeant America, and then by earlier today, it might have been last week. I don't know. But,
Time travel's funny.
Time
like that.
travel is funny like that on YouTube video editing. It's it's my book. It's in the 900s. They restored the numbering, so they're like, we want to be a continuity junkie, right with you, John Rennie. So boom.
Yeah.
But yeah, love it. Detective.
Yeah, I
Team
mean-
Batman.
And that's the great choice, because also, just as long as DC's around, they'll be fucking making that comic. It's consistently been good.
That's like the problem.
And
Yeah.
I would say over the Batman line compared to Detective Comics, better storylines have come out from Detective Comics than Batman. Overall, still great storylines in Batman as well, obviously. But, you know, I want to jump in here and actually answer this one too, because that is so hard.
That would-
You know, right away I wanted to say Captain America, because I remember when Captain America, I think issue 700 or 600 came out.
Yeah.
I really loved it. They did like this full thing of, I mean, this was a few years ago now, but they did the full thing of going back and you got to read the old story, and that was really cool. But at this time, I'm not really feeling that. And I wouldn't want to. So, my controversial pick on praying that Robert Kirkman does not die or stop, I choose Walking Dead.
That was going to be my second.
Because he acts like it's going to go on forever.
Yeah.
With all the success, he has 2 shows. The comic has not wavered. Still my favorite go-to read besides Saga.
Yeah.
And I know Saga will end. And it doesn't have the backlog. So I'm going to take Walking Dead. At least I'll get a comic every month. Even if it's only one.
But it's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's right. All right. Last nerd question.
Guys, this is not easy, and the pressure is on. Like you wouldn't believe.
In the comic book pressure cooker. That's what we call this.
Right.
You are in the nerd pressure cooker. And now, you finally turn on that TV after a long night's work. And none of the channels work. Netflix doesn't work.
Shit.
Nothing works.
That's like every night for us.
A little angel comes down and says, I will grant you one TV series that you will be able to watch for the rest of your life, and none other. What would you like me to put on your television?
Doctor Who.
Oh my God damn it.
Hey, I got 50-some years of Doctor Who to watch there, so I got lots
And
of
you know
TV.
what's funny is he's already watched all of it, at least
And
most of it.
not to mention, he did not hesitate more than 1 second.
As soon as you said TV series, I already had the answer in my head.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's our...
Does this include the spin-offs and all the...
Oh yeah, definitely.
I got
definitely.
TV. I got
Everything,
man.
just as long as it's tied in, definitely
Okay.
spin-offs.
And I'm good to go with Doctor Who.
You know, I'd probably rock with Star Trek for sure, because I'm definitely Team Borg.
That's true.
Yeah, and
so-
you do get a lot then. And it will consistently probably continue to make episodes.
You do get a lot, but it includes Enterprise. Sorry.
Which I've never even seen one episode, and I don't plan on
You
it.
don't
At
need
least,
to.
at least until I get to the point that I
seen
watch
like 2 or
every
3
single
of them, and I fell
thing.
asleep. Yeah.
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 I don't want to... Who goes to the past?
Now the new one, Discovery, that's coming out.
Oh
is
yeah,
also
that's
taking,
even.
like,
But at least... And it's on... Okay. Well, hey, guys, that was In the Pressure Cooker with Tom Devine, Fourth Element, and John On Demand. Thanks for going in there. Now we're switching it over to TV Talk on
Yay.
Star Trek.
Yeah.
So shit, guys. Like we just mentioned, the new fucking series is going to come out. It's a Star Trek TV series. The movies have gone to the Fast and Furious way. They literally have the Fast and Furious director. And I went to the newest movie, loved the hell out of it. 3 weeks later, I was looking at movies to go to, and I was like,
Did I see that?
I was like, oh, I should go to Star Trek. And then I was like, I think I went to Star Trek.
Yeah.
Let me think of one thing that movie was about. I couldn't. Like, I mean, I could kind
It
of.
was a good movie.
It
but
was
yeah,
good. It was enjoyable. Like, I
yeah.
literally got out of the
But
movie
what's
being
the,
like,
what's the point?
yeah, but it was
What's
just
the
so
point?
fast paced and boom,
Yeah.
bang, bang,
Yeah.
boom. It was
Shout,
just
shout out to Gay Sulu. Yeah.
whoop whoop, and that's so the lot of hype with Star Wars. We get it on CBS, but it is on their pay for service only. How do you guys feel about that?
I understand why they're doing it. That's definitely going to be the way the market, I think, goes in the future. You
They
know,
wanna be Netflix.
They want,
Yeah.
they want to be Netflix. They want to get paid for their original content. But you know, if they can produce and it actually turns out to be decent, people would be willing to pay for a subscription
Would you?
to see something depending on the price. And if the quality is good, I would. I'm just worried about the whole thing in general. I mean, they've already one of the main guys who was involved in it has already walked away from it.
Oh, that's
I
not cool.
It's set in the past. That's another strike against it. You know, why don't we think outside the box? We've been to the 24th century. Let's go to the 25th. Let's go to the 26th. Let's get even more futuristic. You could change storylines. You could have all new things, and you wouldn't have to try and worry about making it fit into a continuity and be like, okay, well, we can't do that in this episode because in the next generation this happened.
Yeah, they almost have to just leave everything alone then if they're going to really be able to tell their stories on a long-term thing. Because if you're going prequel, you need to start go the Star Wars route of prequel and just all the shit they're good stories, but they have nothing to fucking do with the actual, movies that have already came out, just like the books did with Star Wars or whatever. And I think, like, the Old Republic video game was awesome. There's tons of great Old Republic books. It didn't really touch the characters that were in the movie that much. And maybe you could do that. Maybe it could still be good. But then again, that paywall really is tough because you're CBS. You're known for 2.5 Men and Big Bang Theory, these popcorn things that the masses just love and, like, I can't fucking stand. And so then when I hope to God we're not getting some popcorn Star Trek, and then I will be buying it, 100% I will, so I can watch the show. But then it's like, well, maybe I just wait till the season's ended, and then I just binge them all, and I rent the thing for the one free trial and get them all done until I do it next year when the new season comes out. So I don't know, because if I do it that way, then probably a lot of people are going to do it that way, and then we're not going to get a season 2 of our new Star Trek.
Well, actually, it's kind of funny you say that. I actually just read an article today that was talking about a lot of networks.
Of course you read an article on the internet today. Ken, weird, were you on the internet today?
I was on the internet, at least once or twice. But they were talking about...
And then it got off work. Okay.
Oh, that's bullshit. So I was reading this article, and basically they're talking about now. You know, it used to be they come out with a new show, they'd show 2 or 3 episodes of it, and then we're picking it up or we're canceling it.
Yeah.
Some of the networks are stepping away from that now because they realize a lot of people aren't watching the shows as they're airing. They're waiting until they're completed and then they're binge watching them. So there's don't remember the name if it was NBC, CBS, ABC, but one of them came out with all these new shows and they haven't listed any of them on if they were canceling, renewing, or what. They're actually waiting until the shows are over and seeing how like the binge numbers go.
Yeah, because they're on. They even through their cable networks, all those shows are on demand at that point, so they can get the numbers. And I would assume so because that's how that's how I watch shows. Besides Westworld, or like maybe the few shows there is I watch, but I mean very rarely do I not binge. It has to be that really good show.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, or I just don't even watch that much regular TV anymore. I go to YouTube and I do other places.
We haven't had cable for years. We have Hulu, we have Amazon Prime, we have
HBO.
Netflix, we have HBO Go,
Yeah.
and that's enough for everything. If there's the odd something we want to
on
watch,
Showtime,
you can
it's
get a
usually
season
through Prime. Then a year later, anyway.
Yeah, you can get
So,
Amazon Prime and get
fun
it for like
fact
20
for you
bucks.
guys too, HBO actually reached out to us about being on Westworld.
Of course.
And, to be host. And they got I did like an audio and a video submission. And evidently my interactions with male clientele exceeded the rating system that HBO has in place, so they turned me down.
Yeah, they had a massive group of people that came into actually a theater to watch the test footage of John. There were so many boners that nobody could get out of their seats. And they said, this is a massive problem. We cannot have this. happening.
It's true.
There was too
And
many
so-
boners, and the sad part, it was a female audience.
So I mean, it was real weird. Nobody could really explain how they got the boners, even.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to
they
Lady
knew
Boners.
there was one reason, and it was
John
Jon.
John is the reason for the season.
obviously.
Of what?
So they actually had to go with Anthony Hopkins instead.
Yeah.
But
Which
I
mean,
mean, was a
he's
good
fine.
second
I
choice.
mean,
I mean, good. Yeah, he's a hack actor, but it's like you can't always get Runyon level
right.
talent.
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, Westworld.
That's
Sucks to be
okay.
you.
They're still doing pretty good.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this out here, a little Westworld. Oh, they know what everybody's doing at all times, except for the one whore who can just gain power and knowledge and die and hide secrets underneath the thing. And no, they don't know any of this shit's going on. She's right on. Oh, she's in her loop. Is that her loop to draw a fucking alien and hide it in the goddamn floor? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. So you know what? Big loop.
Yeah.
Second big loop.
That wouldn't have happened if
Yeah.
I was running it.
You can't get shot.
Yeah.
What happens when fucking somebody stabs you?
Yeah.
That dude just stabbed that one fucking guy right at the table.
Yeah.
It's because he's trying to get us on an adventure. What if he wasn't? What if he was just an old man in the park
Yeah.
wanting to talk?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, well, you fucking really stabbed me.
Yeah.
But I suspend all disbelief because I fucking love that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The park would run way better if I was in charge, you guys.
Obviously.
Because all the hosts would be male, first of all. And somehow sustain that kind of an economy, you know?
Well, I do have a question. Where are all the lady guests to the show? You
They're
get
there,
to see-
they're there.
No, they've always been like timid wives. And
Yeah.
shit. You're right.
See, I want to see.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to see a lady. I think you saw one lady guest who was
Yeah,
all
the
kick ass with
board.
a gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see more lady guests who was like, screw this shit. I want to go shoot some people.
Yeah, I
the
guess
board
you're right.
gal, the board gal did
Yeah.
it, but that was not even in the park. Yeah.
But and then also not just the board gal, but then there was that one blonde girl who was a shooter and stuff.
Oh, but was she a host or was she a guest? I don't even know.
I thought she was a guest.
Maybe they're all hosts and nobody knows.
I don't know, but I feel like there has been like one or two. But yeah, it's mostly definitely male dominated and oriented. But okay. So Westworld, new show on HBO.
Check it
That's
out.
what we're talking about right now, and it is done by Jonathan Nolan. You know, Christopher Nolan's brother. Tie it back to comic books, fucking Batman. That's why everybody liked it for so long.
Oh.
And then I've always seen Jonathan Nolan's
And
name on
Inception.
Interstellar and Inception and all of his movies. He always is, co-writer. And so you definitely see where maybe Jonathan Nolan has really influenced Christopher Nolan in the shit he does, because Jonathan it's the fucking weirdness. It's the you don't know exactly what's going on. You want to know, but you don't know.
Yep.
And he does that so well.
Oh, very well.
But yeah. Shit, guys, another great episode of A Comic Book Look.
If they make a comic of Westworld, I'm on it.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Like,
They have
that
to.
would be amazing.
They have to always show that. Grab that comic, Ken. Speaking of, there was that I saw on
This
his
is what
deck
started this whole thing.
a Sinestro cover with the
Westworld.
old school Westworld. A lot of people may not know Westworld is a 1970 something movie.
1974 with Yul Brynner.
Yep, movie, and it's not just it's called Westworld, but in that one there's like medieval world and these other ones.
There were three worlds. There's medieval world, future world, Westworld. And
He's
then
been
there's
reading.
Actually,
He's been reading some articles. Let's get in here.
I remember these
Here we go,
movies
here we
from
go.
when I was
Zoom
a
in.
kid.
Oh, the Ken show.
So there were two movies actually. There was Westworld, and then I believe the second movie was Future World. But yeah, they were both basically this futuristic.
Nice.
park
There's
with
Future World. How is
Yep.
it? Also a 70s movie?
It's also 70. It came out like 75, 76, a couple of years after Westworld was popular. But I don't think it had any of the same
Written
cast or
and
anything.
directed by Michael Crichton.
Really,
The
I
same
did
guy
not-
who wrote Jurassic Park, the books.
And Drive
I
the
mean,
Train?
so that's like really weird that they let this guy direct. I mean, and I have to assume that he was still writing strongly in the 90s and now. How old fucking was he when he directed that movie? I think it'd be like 20s. you
Yeah,
know?
you had to be pretty young. I would
So
think.
that's pretty sweet that they let Michael Crichton do that, and it is still says on the new show, based on Michael Crichton. But so I had never seen it before, the original, but because of this, I did end up watching it, but I only watched like the first 40 or half hour so far, and I'm gonna watch the rest of it. But for a 70s movie, Sometimes they suck. I liked it.
Yeah,
I definitely
yeah.
thought it held up. held
It's a
up
good
so far.
sci-fi
Yeah,
concept that they did pretty well with.
exactly. Oh yeah, man, Westworld. But it is the talk of the town right now.
Yeah, it's the new Game of Thrones. HBO seems to
Thank
be really
God,
good with that.
too.
At least until Game of Thrones come back, and then
Maybe Game of Thrones.
But there's only like what 1 or 2 seasons left.
two seasons of Game of Thrones left. One is like 7 episodes, and one's like 6 episodes. I'm like, just do either one long
I know,
season.
right?
Why
Get
make
it
it
together.
It's because Game of Thrones are
Lock the
fucking
camera.
chomps.
They are.
No, just kidding.
Boom.
All right, guys, let's close this down now. That was a good episode. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You were in the pressure cooker with the nerds. You heard about Westworld. You heard about, what was the other thing we talked about? You guys remember it.
Yep.
And so now, thank you guys again for checking us out, Comic Book Look, and let's let the fourth element take over.
There you
On
go.
behalf of Tom and John, thanks for joining us, and hopefully we'll be coming at you a little more regularly. And remember, shop your local stores and keep it comics.
Boom.